A KU nursing student came to her career path not merely because she was interested in it, it's because she's seen the other side. KUJH reporter Malik Jackson has the story of a young woman who went from being hours away from death to months away from giving back.
It would be easy to believe this stethoscope is going to just another aspiring nurse. For Catherine Chavelas, the journey has been long, escaping a near-death experience that inspires her will to live. Catherine, a high school star, captain of her soccer and dance team.
Yeah, Catherine was a very energetic, outgoing child through high school, of course. She played at high level for sports, which includes travel soccer, high school soccer.
In the fall of 2014, Catherine wasn't feeling herself.
She ended up missing school on Monday because she felt so horrible, and that was unlike her. She's never missed school really from being sick.
She began growing ill by the day, her parents' only option to get her to a doctor.
I could barely get her out of the back seat. She was semi-unconscious. I had to run and get a wheelchair, wheeled her in. At that point, when I took her in, she was turning blue. She was already in septic shock.
And Catherine knew her condition was worsening.
Everything from there went from stable to unstable within about 15 minutes. My blood pressure was super low, I had a super high temperature, my heart rate was super fast.
A high school star who danced on the sidelines and scored goals for her team now faced a grim reality.
All these ICU and emergency doctors all had mentioned this Lemire syndrome.
So Lemire syndrome is an infection of a blood clot in the internal jugular vein, which is in the neck. And it usually arises from an oral infection, the possibility that the clot can dislodge or parts of the clot can dislodge, and that can travel to the lung and result in what we call a pulmonary embolism, and that is a life-threatening event.
Catherine's health continued to decline, so doctors had to make the decision to put her in a coma.
In the middle of the night, they wake us up and told us that she had taken a turn for the worse and that they were going to have to intubate her.
At that point, you know, I felt so helpless in that situation because I knew there was nothing I could do. And it was a nightmare for being a father.
For 9 agonizing days, the doctors didn't know if she would live or die. But the community stood right by Catherine's side, dedicating the home football game in her honor.
1, 2, 3, feel better, Catherine!
On day 9, her condition improved dramatically. Doctors started taking her out of the coma.
When I woke up, I thought, oh, I was only asleep for a few days, and you check your phone and you got 400, 600 text messages, you check the date, you're confused, you don't know what's going on.
Now a semester away from graduating, she credits her career path to the great nurses she had.
But after this and the great care I got, the ICU nurses, I still talk to some of them, Lauren and Andy, and they were just so awesome. It's like, wow, I want to be that great to people,
Her mom simply pleased of where she is now.
I'm sorry. I'm just so proud. She's come so far. 5 years ago, we didn't know if she would even get to go to college, if she was gonna live enough to graduate high school. And here she is.
In Lawrence, Malik Jackson, KUJH News.
Catherine Chavelas will graduate with her Bachelor of Science in May from the University of Kansas Medical Center and then plans to head back home to Chicago.